Okay, so we have Jurassic World, which is a 2015 reboot slash sequel. Um, I say sequel because of this trilogy that does connect to the other films, apparently. Because they do bring back the original people in the next few films, I believe. Or the other two films. So, yeah, this one's directed by Colin Trevorrow. He also co-wrote it with three other people. I'm not the biggest fan of Jurassic World in particular. I do like the first one. I remember growing up on it. I owned the first one, so most likely I have more of a soft spot for the first one. The sequels, Jurassic Park 2 and 3, I haven't really totally I think I saw snippets of them on TV, but other than that, I haven't really delved into the original two sequels to the first film. But yeah, this one's set 22 years after the original first movie, so I guess they're ignoring the two sequels that came after that first movie. Spielberg, in particular, he served as an executive producer, and he did give some ideas of what he would like to see in the movie, which they do actually add, which is the plot, basically, of this movie, where he had a guy who can whisper talk to raptors, train them, a new genetic engineered dinosaur goes amok. I forget the third thing. But yeah, overall I liked it. I didn't mind it. I know a lot of people, there's fans of this one, and there's fans of not so much of this one or the newer two, or the sequels, I should say. But yeah, I mean, it stars Bryce Dallas Howard before she, blew up. I say blew up, I mean, like, before she became more hot, very, very hot. um, Her character, I mean, she has these two nephews that her sister sends off with her, because she runs the amusement park of Jurassic World Park. They call it Jurassic World now, because I guess, they want to distance themselves from the original events. But it's the same island, basically, and we do see some memory berries of the original film. We have the Jeeps, Jurassic Park Jeeps in this. We have the music at the beginning, of course. So there's some nods to the original film. Chris Pratt plays a raptor whisperer. I say that because he trains raptors. He works at this amusement park as well, and apparently him and Bryce Dallas Howard's character dated. They went out on a date once, and she's like very closed off. She's more focused on her job, whereas him, he probably was willing to, budge with that, but she wasn't with it. Overall, the action in this is fine. I was surprised. I think this is a PG-13 film, so you get some blood spurts. I think one person gets eaten in half or torn in half, which I thought, oh, okay, cool. But you have this new dinosaur, which I forget what it's called, but it had some cool abilities where it doesn't go invisible. Well, I believe it mostly can see through, it either sees its eyes through thermal heat signatures on people, because I think something to do with thermal. It was able to trick folks that it was loose, that it got out, but apparently, because they made it where they mixed different genetic DNA of other animals, such as what I believe a starfish. They said because it's able to heal it well, or camouflage. Um, and other, I forget the other animals. I think frog. I think they used some frog DNA with it. But the look of the dinosaur was fine, you know. I did like the fact that we do bring a T-Rex in the third act, you know, the finale. And I did like the some of the action. I did like Chris Pratt when he's riding alongside the Raptors. I know some people probably say that's stupid, but I don't know. I like the shot of the Raptors running at night. It's like this long panning shot of the Raptors just running across the forest. So I thought that was cool. It's edited pretty good, pretty tightly. Again, you have the two young nephews. You don't really... I sort of grew to like them a bit more. They weren't really annoying to me as much. I didn't like the older brother of the two at first. He seemed like a rebel type, you know, rebellious and kind of a douchebag to his younger brother. But he sort of does, by the end, they do grow closer. Does try to protect his brother, so I did like that. Granted, they do, I guess you can say they copied from the original film where he had two siblings. I don't remember them bickering, but I think they do a little bit, but I don't know, I didn't mind it here. Bryce Dallas Howard's character, again, she runs this amusement park, but then stuff happens to where her priorities are more, I need to save my nephews and get... But at first, like, she sort of focused on not killing the dinosaur, but neutralizing it so they can still use it. But of course, Chris Pratt is the only right-thinking person. I did like his interpretation of the dinosaur. He was able to read its motives. It kills for sport. That thing, it's kept in captivity, and it's not seen a human or any other animals, so anything it sees it wants to kill. And I thought that was cool, the line of dialogue. His intensity of that scene where he's explaining stuff. But yeah, the acting was pretty good from Chris Pratt in particular. Bryce Dallas Howard was fine. The two nephews were okay. Now, I will say, I don't know where you go from this first movie, because the fact that, like, they let these pterodactyl, like, dinosaurs are running amok or flying amok, and they pick up people and they start attacking people in the park. I don't know how you're not getting multiple suing court dates. Because that place should be shut down, I mean, by the end of this. Right? There should be not even a sequel, or any sequels after this. The fact that, like, you see people in casts, you see people getting wheeled off in gurneys, wheelchairs, medical stuff happening with them. Like, this place is closed. There's no coming back from this. So you're going to have a financial, you know, publicity, paparazzi, tabloid, whatever, nightmare on your hands with this. And there is some humor in this. I did chuckle at, like, the guy mistakenly thought his coworker was into him at the end. And she's like, no, I have a boyfriend. No, I just don't talk about him because I'm at work. He's like, oh, okay. And he gives her an awkward hug. I hope that character comes back into the other movies. Give him something to do. He was more to the board guy, or the computer guy, lab guy, I would say. But yeah, overall, I liked the film. It was a bit long, I will say. It seemed like it was 2 hours long. This movie the budget was 150 to 215 million, and it made, well, a good $1 billion. So it was a good financial success for the studio. Of course, we get Fallen Kingdom. Now, if anybody's interested in paid requests such as movie reviews, commentaries, reaction videos, PayPal is in the description down below. And like, comment, subscribe. Peace and love.